What's good, DJ? What's good? It's Thursday, July 3rd. The time is currently 1:16 p.m. It's NFP Thursday PM session. Woo! Let's get it. Arrived on my desk, I'll say about like 1:14. All right. As always, my weekly target is 5% and my daily target is $500. Mental check-in, feeling generally okay. All right. Very excited. Yeah, I'm super excited for the future. Super excited about my journey and where I'm at. And just how much of a growth I've gone through as a trader, as an analyst, and it's just I'm just excited for the future, really and truly. So I'm happy, I'm good, I'm in a good mental headspace. All right. Very focused right now. Okay. So yeah. Excited to see what PM session has in store for us today. Excited to grow and get 1% better as always. All right, risk disclaimer, I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with raw risk and that losing is part of the game. All right, so we've had news today. We don't have any news specifically this PM session, but we've had news today, all right, medium and high impact. So makes it an optimal day to take a trade still. Risk going into today, since we're trading that counter trend account and it only has about $400 to play with. Like I said this morning, pro trend trades will be 3 and counter trend trades will be 2. Weekly program going into this week was a buy program. Nothing's really happened in price to change that for me, all right, at my current understanding of price action. And if something had happened to change that for me, at my current understanding of price action, I won't be flip-flopping, okay? I'll be sticking with my bias from the beginning of the week. So yeah, but yeah, nothing's really happened. All right, we're still in new uncharted territories, still going higher. DJ, what was that? All right, so yeah, we're gonna carry on with our routine, but before. Okay, now let me do the routine. Let's finish this routine first, and then we can talk about it. Because that the trade that buy model that I was anticipating and from the morning like really played out and it was so beautiful. But yeah, so we have morning session. It's the same there. Downside is different. So we have 11 a.m., 10 a.m. on the 1 hour. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff, man. Woo! The growth is just it's crazy. So happy. So proud of old me for not giving up, man. Cause this road, boy, this game ain't been easy. It ain't been easy at all. At all. Okay, so that will turn into low. Flip that. Same different, same. Let's adjust the dealing range. This is where we're at. Yeah. Wrong tool. All right, DJ. Finally, talk about what I want to talk about. Wasn't even on this time frame, my G. Wasn't even on that time frame, my guy. Was on this time frame, my lady, my girl. Beautiful, beautiful stuff, man. And it's more data. It's just more data I'm collecting in terms of. Oh yeah, there was something I wanted to pay attention to here as well. So bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. So this would be from that fair value gap. This would be the low of everything for now. Okay, so make it a white. As the stop and alternatively could have went here too, but currently it would be here, entry here, stop here. Well, I'm thinking of this, or I've seen that comment take me out, so I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, if it's decently sized and I can go to the lowest point, I can do the lowest point. But if not, and it's like, the lowest point is this big of a risk from entry here with the stop here. Yeah, that's one thing about buy model two that I'm trying to refine and iron out. So it's just about collecting more data, and I haven't been doing that. So, oh no 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 no. All right. So in this instance, it worked, right? But if it wasn't here, it would be for me right now. I'm thinking the second swing low or third, second swing low off below the inefficiency, which will make it here. But here to be safe. But anyway, more data needs to be collected on that. But anyway, this was the buy model two that I was anticipating. We came in it here. All right, it's the stop that I'm trying to work out where I want to place the stop. I've been paying attention to the fair value gap, the low candle, whatever, and it's obviously failed here and there as well, and haven't really been paying any more attention to it, which escaped my mind. But it's a good thing it's happening now, so we can bring it back. Oh, okay. All right, DJ. But anyway, as I was saying, two partials from that trade. And I'm thinking because we're buying in a premium, that management is going to be different. Risk also will be different. It will be medium risk, whatever the current CT trend trade risk is. But management wise, it will be managed the same as a counter trend trade, which will be the alternative I'm looking at, which is take something off here, stop remains where is at, and then always breaking even at -1 on both anyway. So then partially breaking even here, then leaving the rest. So would have come and taken you out break even already anyway, regardless. So, but yeah, so far I'm liking that idea of taking something off here, a -1 on those trades that are not like high probability in terms of the zones that I got here. Yeah. 4 more minutes until PM session kicks off. So still got a bit of time to run my trap and figure out some things out here. Some important things out here going down. Because if I had moved to break even here currently, right, it would have come and taken me out here, which is what happened today, right? I moved to break even here and it came to take me out, but obviously ended up giving me -1. Okay, so yeah. I'll take something off. So risk remains the same. I've taken something off. I reduced the risk. So if it comes back and hit stop loss, it's for a small. It will be for like a loss, but a small loss, right? And it'll give the trade room, all right, to allow me to at least get to first partial, right? So yeah, I think that's better in my head right now. I'm talking it through, and I think it's better, but yeah, we'll see. I'll make the determination at the end of today and see. We'll see if we collect more data today. So hopefully I'll be looking out for that. Oh no 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 no! But no, I like that. I personally like it better. Anyway, just because so it gives the trade, room to like, come back into the fair value gap and do its thing, and, reaccumulate or. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. That's what it's all about, collecting data and seeing how you can adjust. What I have now is good, it's set in stone, but like as I collect more data and more gain more experience and price, I'm gonna have to like tweak certain things. I got the foundation solid, but certain things, all right, needs to be like tweaked to my liking. Okay. So I'm giving myself the best opportunity in the trade to like capitalize on what I need to capitalize on. So I think that's better not to, starve the trade too much. Anyway, as I gain more confidence and understand, my model even like more, right? It will be less of an impact for me, right? It's best for me to just give the trade room to breathe. Room to breathe. Did I put this 130 wrong or something? Because why is this chart like not here? And why is it not moving? Is it just me? Or did it freeze? What? What is happening? Oh, wow. What? Market's closed? Today's not a full day? What the hell? What the helly? No. All right, hold on. Google that shit. Um, yo, come on. Yo, that's funny. Yes, the US stock market closed early on July 3 and day before Independence Day remains closed on 4th of July. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It makes sense why the morning was like that, It just went. I didn't know the markets was closed early today. Yo, that's crazy. Why didn't nobody tell me? Why didn't nobody tell me? Oh, DJ, that's so funny. That is so funny. Yo, I have been getting a bunch of emails about like the updates on market times and stuff with the holidays coming up. Oh, mate. Hold on. Bear me, DJ. Let me get one of these emails and see what they were saying. Oh, bloody hell. Classic. Okay. Thursday, July 3, equities early market closed 12:50. 1:15. On Friday, July 4th, early market closed 12. So tomorrow will be a half day as well, but it's still a holiday. Yeah, it says July. I saw this July 3rd open. It never said like close or anything. Equities. It says equities right here. July 3rd closed 12:15. Energy affects interest rate metals on regular hours. Oh. Oh, and that's cool anyway, DJ. That's fine. Then that means I can get back to what that's so funny. That means I can get back to what I went ahead and put the times and everything. Yo. Anyway, it just means I can get back to talking about what I was talking about and focusing here anyway. So when I'm done here, we'll close out our week and yeah, we'll be done for the week, I guess. Crazy madness though. I love this. I think it's been an amazing week for me. This has been the game-changing week for me. Like not just like game changing in terms of seeing results, right? Seeing that my consistency, right? My hard work, my 1% every day, just showing up, doing the same thing, showing up, doing the same thing, showing up, doing the same thing, following a process, a model, a procedure, a protocol. And obviously, some days I've deviated from it, and it hasn't been multiple days I've deviated from it, which is okay. I'm human. All right. I'm gonna make errors. That's what we're prone to do. But like just following it each and every day, and I was able to pass my combine. It's just building confidence, right? It's like that's why I'm saying this week has been the game-changing week because it's just shown me that I can make money and doing the same thing over and like every day, right? Every day, just doing the same thing. Yes, I'm gonna lose. I understand that. That's the only thing promised to traders, but I manage the risk and just by the probabilities are in my favor, really and truly, right? So yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know what to say, DJ. It's just been it's been an eye-opening week, 100% for sure, and it's been a game changer. And I will talk about this week as the not the pivotal, but one of the pivotal moments in my journey where it's just giving me the little lift that I needed, right? At a point where I'm at right now. So yeah, nah, it's been an amazing week. But anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about here. Markets are done, closed. We figured that out. That's cool. We're gonna close out our day anyway in our week. So we're good on that. All right. But yeah, so this was the trade that I was paying attention to in the morning. Okay, and I'm kind of going through a process of refinement and adjustment from my data collecting, right? I'm trying to figure out buy model twos. Where is the best place? Let's zoom this bitch in so we can be all up in here. Now it's just me and the charts. I feel very calm and not that I'm not calm anyway, but it's like trade. There's a lot of pressure when you're trading. Not that there's any pressure because I know what I'm doing. I'm following it, but still there's still like feeling in there. You guys get what I'm saying. But anyway, so yeah, where I'm at right now is I'm trying to figure out my second model, second models, where my stop placement will go on those. Because sometimes, right now, it was between this high and this high, the lowest point, that's where the stop placement go. But in some trades, obviously like this one, that's like a huge that's like fucking I don't wanna trade like that. I don't want to trade up here and my stop is all the way down here. God. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's only 100 ticks. So maybe I'm doing too much. It's only 100 ticks. I've had stops more than 100 ticks. And it gives you a 1-to-1 at its peak, and where you would be taking second partial. It gives you a little bit over 1 to 1 or a little bit over 1-to-1. So just under 1.5, which is not bad. It's not terrible. It's a profitable trade, right? So, but still, I don't like that. Me personally, even though it's just in the grand scheme of things, it's 106 ticks, and I've had stops bigger than 106 ticks. So it's not really a big deal. And plus, so it's a 15 seconds chart. So it's not really, that's probably why as well. So it might not be a big deal as I'm making it out to be, really and truly. Yeah. But anyway, let's get on with it then. So the stop would be here, and it's not looking that bad. But for me, I don't know. It just doesn't look. It does. I don't know. But I'm just trying to figure out a way I can, reduce this a little bit more and still give the trade opportunity and room to run and capitalize on the move as well. So I've been thinking about the fair value gap lows point here on this end here, like this candle low, or between this was the candle that completes the fair value gap. The lowest point between there will be here, but here's fine too. I'm fine with this, the body candle. Whichever one is lower. So, because this one can be lower than this one in another example, right? So, whichever one's lower. And that's what I'm thinking, but I've seen it not pan out. Well, I've seen it come below that point and still obviously given partials, right? So I'm not gonna get it 100% all the time, and wherever I decide to go with my stock placement, I know that obviously it can come and take me out and still do the move that I want to do. That's the only thing promised to me. I know I'm going to take a loss regardless. It's just about giving myself the best opportunity and the trade and the market room to do what it needs to do and still respect where I want to see the market go, So so if it's not this, right? This is what it is now. The lowest point between that high and that high. That's what is set in stone right now. This is what I'm testing out. And another thing also that I'm paying attention to is this second swing low below the fair value gap, the inversion fair value gap, right? And if you look at where the high was taken, it was taken here, okay? First low below the fair value gap would be this low. Sorry, let me delete this 'cause yeah, the first when the high was taken here on this candle, first fair value gap, first swing low below the fair value gap, the inversion fair value gap is this low. So second one would be this low. So this is where I would put the stop. Or I'm thinking third one, depending on the difference between the two. Because we can come down, take this low, right, as a liquidity rate and then continue higher, right? Like it kind of did here. Took it and then left. So if you obviously put your stop here, you would have been taken out of a perfectly good move. This is what I'm talking about, not giving the market room and the trade room to move freely and still be able to capitalize on the move. So yeah, so I'm looking at that second swing below the fair value gap. If this is close enough and I feel comfortable to do it, I'll put it here. But if it's far like this and I don't feel comfortable, because this is, even though in the grand scheme of things it's not that much, this is something I'll be like, whoa, mentally I wouldn't feel comfortable with this. So I'm trying to find a place where I can put the stop and be comfortable and be mentally okay with it and still accept the fact that hey, it can come and take me out and still go the direction that I want it to go. But you get what I'm saying, DJ? I know you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to find what works for me, what I'll feel good about watching in the trade, right? Because it's at the end of the day, I'm the one that's have to sit here and watch the trade, right? So, yeah, trading is a solo sport, so you have to make it like, unique to you. You can't follow somebody else, try to mimic somebody else. You have to make it unique to you and your personality and the kind of person that you are. So that's what I'm looking at. That's why I will be collecting more data on DJ. So I'm just bringing it out there. So when I watch this back, I know it reminds me, hey, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be collecting data on. So let's get back on that. Because I was supposed to be collecting data on buy model to stop with the fair value gap candles, but I haven't really been paying attention to that. So this is a reminder for me to get back on that. But yeah, DJ, that was the move that we were looking at before we left here. Okay, after we broke even on this trade. Okay, see, even with the new the second alternative adjust trade management, right? It would have allowed me to at least
hit first partial. Even though I would be taking something off, it would have allowed me to take more off, or at least hitting that second partial, right? -2, and then move into break even, and then whatever happens then is whatever. So all in all, every trade will be moved to break even at -1. It's just about where the first partial is at that point, right? So yeah, cool. So take something off here, leave stop, and then yeah. All right. So that's what I think I'm gonna change it to that moving forward because I like that better anyway. And these two trades just really solidified that for me really. So swing low, the high that took us out of the trade. All right, so take something off here. Um, let's say stop was here, stop will remain there. Even if the stop was here, it would remain there. If it was here, it would remain there, right? And then you still would be in the trade even after it came down here, because if you had moved to break even, boom, would have come and taken you out. So two trades like doing the same thing. That's you have to pay attention to things like that. If you need to adjust, you need to adjust. So yeah, I think that's best anyway. Yeah. All right, DJ, let's go ahead and close our week out then and be done for the week. But all in all, it was a good morning. I enjoyed the morning session. I think I grew a lot in the morning session, even though there wasn't that much opportunity of trades. But when I did see this one, and I'm very happy and pleased that I'm getting a little bit more picky. Like I said this morning, I'm getting picky in the trades that I'm like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, you look like you're my model and you are my model. You're meeting everything my model, but for me, I'm gonna let you slide, and I like that. That's somewhere I've always wanted to get in my trading. So to be getting there is it's crazy. I love it. But yeah, so post 10:30. All right, this was the trade that really, stood out for me, and that's the only trade I partook in. And when it failed or took me out break even, and I was anticipating, when price was coming up here to take us out of that trade, I was anticipating this to be buy model 2 inversion in the premium. So obviously that management has to be different as well. But yeah, this was really the only move of the day for us here. I'm the trader. Yeah, this was really it that we would have partaken. Yeah, solid, man. Solid day, solid day. Anywho, closing out the week now. Closing out the week. Nah. Oh yeah, I need to do that when we get out here. Go back in the day, take my screenshots for the day. I didn't do it for yesterday, so I need to do yesterday and today's screenshots with my annotations and without the annotations, so I have pictures of them and go back and be like, what happened this day? What was going on? Have the news, the buy program. Journaling is like I have two forms of journal. This DJ is the visual, journal. Then I have a paper journal. I really want to start doing like a writing journal as well. I started it and I don't know. I haven't been able to like maintain doing it. Oh, I mean, I guess yeah, it would have to just be like a feelings journal. No, because the what I was doing was also like chart wise journal, but I already have that here as well. So yeah, what I want to add is like a another journal for like just my emotions for the day. I want to write them down and stuff when the day is done, how I felt and stuff like that. Just the psychological aspect of it, of this journey. I want to journal that as well. So yeah. Stuff that I don't not that I don't want to share with DJ, but like, that personal stuff that I don't feel like, sharing with DJ, that part will be written down and stuff. You get the overall gist, you get 80% of what it is, but like obviously you won't get details. You'll get like a overview of what's going on, but you don't get the details. And the details part is the part I want to be writing down. So, but yeah, let's carry on. Let's close our week out. So lessons, last week's lessons and mistakes that we wanted to avoid going into this week was do not trade in the morning before Powell if he's speaking, and he did speak um this week on Tuesday, and I did not take any trade. It was at right at 9:30. I couldn't even take any trades then if I wanted to, but that was a lesson that we learned last week that we took into this week. Focus going into this week was maintaining discipline and sticking to my model and procedures, and I think I've done that like to the T, so I'm happy about that. And my feelings going into this week, this current present week that we're in, is feeling good, excited to learn more about myself and my model, and I am. Okay, I'm growing as an individual, not just in the markets, but outside of the markets as well. My viewpoints on things are like shifting. Like it's crazy what's happening outside of the markets. Is madness. um, but anyway, so my expectations. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. My expectations going into this week states we have hit my draw on liquidity, which we had did. Yeah. We had hit my draw on liquidity relative equal highs on the weekly time frame, expecting higher prices this week, not trying to predict the top, going to stick to the higher time frame trend. Seasonal tendency has this week rallying. And that was my expectations coming into this week, and I think it was a fair expectation, and it did play out. I said I'm expecting higher prices this week. Okay, I'm not trying to predict the top of the market. I'm just gonna continue to stick with what the higher time frame is telling me, and see those tendency actually backed me up in showing me that this is a week where it's gonna rally. And signal tendency, I think it's been a game changer for me. I love that shit. Thank you, Michael, for that. Whoever gave it to Michael, thank you. I think he learned it from whatever the guy's name is. Anyway, thank him too. uh, but yeah, so that was my expectation, and like I said, the high time frames is gonna take me a little bit longer to get more comfortable and confident in it, in being able to switch like midweek, but seeing some things and being able to switch. That would just come from collecting data and experience. And because it's a higher time frame, that's what's gonna take me longer, right? Probably like a good 2 to 5 years to really get that higher time frame down pat, because obviously these candlesticks take longer to form. So yeah, but I'm happy with the progression there that I'm having with that. My next phase would be to bring in dollar, even though I'm bringing it in just to bring it in more of dollar into market analysis, into my higher time frame thing. So there's a lot of progression, all right, and I'm like I'm getting to where I want to be as an analyst and as trader, but it's not the whole picture. This is just a smaller, like, like this, like I said, like I see through that tiny hole, but there's still a big picture, like, more to learn, right? To be a well-rounded trader and analyst. So, small steps in the right direction, right? Taking it day by day, trying to get 1% better. I know it's not going to happen overnight. So just following the process and the procedures, and that's all I can do. So let's go ahead and grab a screenshot. But I cannot believe it was like a half day today and I didn't know that. That's crazy. Like, was anybody going to tell me that? What's going on? Don't need to see the whole thing, right? Because it's gonna be like, okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. You know what that means? Man can take a nap still. I'm gonna hit the gym then maybe. So I'm getting a little tired. Yeah, maybe I can eat because I ain't eat actually. This will be too much trying to get everything. Yeah, this one will be way too small for me to see anything. So let's focus on the premium portion of the 60 days, which is even still too much. expectation up close. The week is closing up. So we were right on in our expectations. Low of the week or what's the low? Tuesday, low of the week. Can't be Tuesday. It's Wednesday, rough. What are you talking about, man? You blind or something? What's going on with you? Wednesday, low of the week. CTZ, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's what he said. And I'm saying my data's proving it. Wednesday, low of the week. Sunday open. All right, Sunday open. Sunday open. Ready up. Drop down. Took south side. Then expanded higher. Oh, Sunday open. What was it? Was it gap up? I believe it was a gap up. Yep, it was a gap up. Let's get up. Relative. Let's take south side into 4 hour and daily. This is expanded. Nice. Nice. I will be aware of that because it's not the first time we're going to create new all-time highs. Alrighty. Weekly performance review. What did I do well this week? Okay, as always. All right. First step, show up. I showed up powerfully this week. Okay, and I gained experience. I learned lessons. I stayed disciplined. I maintained discipline in following my procedures, my protocols. Okay, managing risk like well. Okay, paying attention to the risk management side of things. I think that's also been a game changer as well. Like not just like trading just to trade, because obviously I know that the model works, right? Just there's so many good things, right? So many good things, and I'm very happy. I did a lot of things well this week, and the main thing I would say is just being disciplined and showing that I can follow, my routine, my rules, my protocols. I can do it, and the fact that I'm doing it and I'm seeing a positive outcome just by following the same thing each day in day out. And it's not nothing new to me. It's not nothing like different. Each day isn't different. It's the same thing I'm looking for, and to see the fruits of that is like, okay, wow, this is all I needed to do. This is all I needed to do. And it's crazy. And this is all I needed as well. Anyway, what I did well is that I showed up. Show discipline. Following. Where did I fall short? Wake up time, sometime, a couple, yeah, it was only one day. I had one good day. I actually woke up at a decent hour, I think. Out of the 4 days, yeah. So wake up time. Yeah, I'm falling short on it every week though, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle every day, DJ. It's a struggle every day. You improve in one areas, and other areas you still lacking that. But you're still working on it. I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. But that's my sleep just is so good. Weather for sure. Wake up time, and that's I would say that's pretty much what it is. And for that to be like the only place I feel like I'm falling short, I'm happy with that, right? I'll take that. That's something I can work on. Um, where else did I fall short? Let's think here. Let's think back on the week here. Now, I think it's been a solid week, for me. It's been the first like solid week for me, right? Yeah. Oh, one thing I did well as well is that I'm learning from my mistakes, right? I'm adjusting as I'm learning based on my experience, if that makes any sense. Like last week, I one of my mistakes from last week was trading before power speaking in the morning. I brought that into this week, saying, hey, this is a mistake I made last week. Let's go into this week knowing this was a mistake and we don't want to make this mistake again. And obviously, I came into this week not making that mistake again. So one thing I would say that I did well this week is that I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm not like consistently repeating mistakes. It's okay to make a mistake, and there's nothing wrong with making a mistake. We all make mistakes. We're human, but don't keep repeating, that same mistake. If you keep repeating it, that means you haven't learned from it. And Sunny is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. You might be insane, mate. And I'm not a professional or anything, but get checked out. So I would say that's something I did well. Yeah. And I apply them, right? I apply them in what? Yeah, I'll just say and I apply them. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So yeah, falling short, wake up time, really and truly. Let me see what the news is. I'll jog my memory back a little bit on the week. Yeah, yeah, short week, so let's stay on the higher time frame here. La, 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 la. How can I improve for next week? How can I improve for next week, DJ? Woo! Oh, how I can improve for next week? We made an adjustment. Okay, we've decided to make an adjustment. So let's make note of that. That's what we learned from this week that we can use in next week to improve, right? So how can improve for next week? Hmm. CT. It's CT and output and all other trades because I'll know what I'm talking about. Hmm. Take something. of negative 0.5. Stop. Keep risk. Keep risk. All rates move to PE. Negative. So take something off at negative 0.5, keep risk, and all trades move to BE at -1. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's an adjustment that we're making this week that we can use next week to improve, right? To give the trade breathing room and not like push up so quick. Because I'm getting to the point where now I know I can make the losses back, so I don't need to be like so worried about, taking the risk off on the trade, because that's one thing that I struggled with, like, that's why I jammed it up, because that's just where I was at and it worked for me. But now that I'm improving and I'm gaining more experience and I'm seeing that obviously I can come out, draw down easily, is I can start giving the trades room to breathe, right? And not be so like quick to, even with -1 right now is a bit early for me, still on the pro trend side, but I'm good with it for now. But as I obviously build more, like a year in, 2 years in, I'll want to move to like break even after like -2 or even 1.5 or something, But yeah, that's future stuff. But anyway, that's how we can improve for next week as well. Okay. Taking what we've learned from this week and putting in for next week. How else can I improve for next week? Um, you, you showing up, man. Because I can decide to not show up at any time. Just have to keep showing up, keep showing up. And stay just keep showing up and stay disciplined. Keep staying disciplined. Okay. How else? What else about this week? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Keep showing up. All right. Don't let short-term adversity deviate from what I got going on. All right. Keep seeking excellence. Keep showing up, gaining experience. Aim is just to get 1% better. All right. Show up, let the analyst lead, trader follows. Okay. Show up and just do your job. You have your job laid out in front of you step by step, candlestick by candlestick, what you're looking for, just do it. Outcomes out of your hands, right? So yeah. Oh, another thing I did well today. I mean, this week. Yeah, let's not forget, let's celebrate the little wins. Past 50K combined after 4 months. Let's not forget that. That's something I did very well this week. And that's just from staying disciplined and doing the same thing over and over, and yeah, not deviating from my model, my procedures. Obviously, the beginning phase, the first 3 months, I would say, I think it was past in like 2 weeks, really and truly. We'll go back and look at the data in a second, but yeah, it was learning, growing and maintain discipline in risk management and not blowing that account in 4 months, right? Because that account, well, I have 2K to play with, and in 4 months I didn't like go over that, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah. So, and I wasn't like rushing it. I wasn't in a rush to like pass the account or like just, I took my time and just really focused and dialed in and I passed the account. And I'm so happy, man. The real work of the account begins now. I just have to keep doing what I've been doing and nothing changes. Literally nothing changes. Nothing. We're on the same schedule every day. Okay. Nothing changes. But yeah, so that's one thing I did well this week as well. Um, let's put that after 4 months because I'm very proud of that. Oh, I mean, I've passed challenges sooner than that, but this 4 months, I'm very proud of the 4 months that I took, every single trade that I took. I'm very like, it taught me something and it got me to the point where I'm at here today. So I'm done with closing out my week. My week is done. All right. So we're done on that portion of today. Um, let's just finish this thing that was in my head, and then we can get out of here for the day and be done. What was it we were just talking about? Yeah, 50K or 4 months, the data. Yes. Oh, yeah. See, I don't have it right now. I won't have it because it's gone. That's why I was flicking through back and forth yesterday's DJ, because I knew they were gonna take it away from me. That's crazy, man. But anyway, this is how we're ending this week on this account. This account is down bad, not gonna lie. Yeah, it needs work. It needs work. It was just unfortunate. It was counter trade account sales in a very bullish buy program. Okay, so it is what it is. I want to spend 9 more. It's all right though. So that's how it ended last month. This month, hey, 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 run for your life. Yeah, so it ended last month. This month, oh, okay, off to a better start, right? Off to a better start. Not bad. Ending the week down $3. Not bad, not bad. It's like a little scratch. We can take that. We can eat those. But anyway, since the account is gone now, what I wanted to talk about is null and void. So let's see what our schedule is looking like next week, and let's get out of here, DJ. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wow. Econo better got some shit for me, cause what kind of foolishness is this? All right, so there you go. This is our tentative schedule next week. All right. Obviously, Econo Day, we don't get to see that until Sunday at 12 a.m. Okay, so yeah, Sunday at 12 a.m. So we'll check out what Econo Day is saying, but so far this will be our schedule for next week. Looking like only 2 days out of the day is an optimal day for us to take a trade. Okay, so but either way, we'll see what Econo Day has for us next week, and yeah, we'll go from there, DJ. Yeah, another amazing week in front of the markets, growing, getting 1% better, passing combines. Yeah, man. I don't want to keep rambling, but I'm very happy and pleased with myself. All right. Proud of you, girl, for not giving up. Keep going. You're doing great. All right. It's just the beginning. All right. Still so much to accomplish, so much to do, so many people to help. All right. So yeah, just don't let up. Keep that foot on the neck, keep choking the motherfuckers. Keep going. All right, don't let up. All right. There's certain aspect of life you're starting to slack on a little bit, okay? And I can tell you that because I'm gonna give it to you straight. So get it together, all right? Pick it up, get more organized, okay? Just because you're seeing some consistent results doesn't mean you've made it, okay? This is just the beginning, right? We have goals, we have places we want to get to. Where we're at now, we're not gonna get there, so you need to put some up in there and get back on your shit, okay, girl? All right? Okay, DJ. Sorry, I just had to put that in there. So when I watch this back, puts a little like, come on, we fighting titans every day. Each and every day we wake up, we're fighting titans. We need to get right. Okay, we need to get right. Can't defeat a titan with the way that you've been going. Okay, so understand that you're doing good, and we're proud of you, and keep going. But iron, sharpen it up. All right, sharpen it up. Don't slack. Anyway, DJ, that's enough. That's it from me. All right. Another amazing week. Growing, getting 1% better. All right, becoming a better person. Okay, not just for myself, but for the people around me and for the next generation. Okay, that's what it's all about. That's what we put on this earth to do. All right. Yeshua's using me, doing his work. All right. That's my goal here. His conduit, just doing his work. Anyway, DJ, I'm out. I'm the trader, signing out. Good luck, good trading. Happy hunting.